Well, it's Cathal Rochford from Blevins. Thanks to join me this week. How are you, Cathal?
I'm very well, Howard. I'm looking forward to cooler weather on the horizon. It's very hot here in Spain at the moment.
Yeah, come on September, that's what I say.
Yeah, it's about that time of the year where you kind of look forward to a rainy day or sub 20 degree
Yeah,
temperatures.
yes, I couldn't agree more. Well, today we're going to look back at premium bonds, ISAs and other UK investments. If you've been living in Spain long term, can you and should you keep owning these savings and investments? So let's start with premium bonds. I have to confess I have a few, Cathal. I believe they're still popular, but what are the chances of winning one of the big prizes?
Yes, indeed, Howard. Premium bonds have been a popular saving arrangement in the UK for decades, and millions of people across all ages own at least a few of them, like yourself. Premium bonds were launched over 65 years ago to encourage more people to save, and today over 24 million people have a combined £124 billion invested in them. Every month, two lucky owners win the £1 million prize. So a very nice prize to win, I'm sure. Although they are a form of a savings product, whether you earn anything from them is essentially a gamble, and it comes down to luck. Premium bonds do not provide any automatic interest, earnings, or capital growth, and this means that their value will be eroded over time by inflation, unless you happen to win big enough to compensate for inflation over the years you've owned them. So, what are the chances of winning big with premium bonds? To compare the odds of winning the £1 million prize from a single bond to winning the jackpot from one ticket for the national lottery, it's a 1 in 60 billion chance for premium bonds versus a 1 in 45 million chance for the lottery. So in fact, you've more chances of winning the lottery than winning big on a premium bond. So again, premium bonds, they're quite a speculative proposition, I would say. You know, you have to be very lucky to have a big payoff with premium bonds.
One reason premium bonds are so popular is because the winnings are tax-free in the UK. But what about here in Spain? And what about the ISAs and the other UK tax-efficient structures? How are they taxed in Spain?
Yes, indeed. One key attraction of premium bonds, as you say, is that they've always been tax-free in the UK. However, they are not tax-free if you live in Spain. If you win one of the prizes, for example, you'll share your good fortune with the local tax authority here in Spain. So as a resident in Spain, any premium bond winnings are taxed as general income. So they're added to your general income tax for the year and taxed at the scale rates of tax, which can be as high as 50%, depending on the Spanish region you live in. As you mentioned, ISAs, they also are taxable in Spain, but at the savings rate of tax. So some expatriates mistakenly think that since premium bonds and ISAs are UK investments, they do not need to be declared in Spain. But in fact, they do. And with today's global automatic exchange of information, the Spanish tax authorities will be informed about your UK investment. So it is important to make sure you declare everything correctly on your annual Spanish tax return. Or better yet, look for Spanish equivalent tax efficient structures to mitigate Spanish tax and Spanish tax reporting altogether.
Are expatriates allowed to own premium bonds, ISAs and UK investment funds if they're resident in Spain?
Yes, you can, but it's not that simple. As the National Savings and Investments, the NS&I website explains, while they do have some customers outside the UK, you do need to have a UK bank or a UK building society account. It can only make payments to or receive payments from a UK bank account, and this must be in your own name. The problem here is that since Brexit, many UK banks have closed accounts belonging to EU residents because they don't have the necessary regulation and authority to service clients living in Spain or more broadly across the UK. So if you have had your UK bank account closed due to having a Spanish permanent address, it may be trickier to own or to purchase premium bonds here in Spain.
What other advice do you have for British expatriates who retain UK investments, even though they're living in Spain long term?
I would recommend undertaking a full review of your savings and investments with a suitably qualified and locally regulated professional advisor. It's vital to optimise for Spanish tax going forward, now that you're living in Spain, and local advice and local solutions work best. So I would start to review matters and review things through a Spanish lens where you're living rather than through a UK lens where you've left. So UK financial planning and UK-centric investment structures tend not to cross borders very well, and you'll end up paying more tax than you need to. There are very tax-efficient investment vehicles available to residents in Spain. With specialist professional advice, you can enjoy extremely favourable tax treatment on your capital. So I'd say speak to an advisor who can guide you on both UK and Spanish taxation, the interaction between them, and tax planning opportunities available. That being said, taxation is not the only reason to review your savings and investments. It's important to consider whether they are suitable for your life in Spain. For example, what currency should they be held in? Can you receive regulated advice and service here in Spain? What are your future expectations? Will you stay in Spain, or are you likely to return to the UK in the future? What are your objectives? Are you looking for income and growth? And of course, your time horizon and your risk tolerance. So a lot of people nowadays have portfolios which have been built up over many years and are no longer suitable for them today. So again, I would just say seek personalised advice from a Spain-based cross-border advisor like Blevins Franks, which can provide holistic advice covering investments, tax efficiency, pensions and estate planning.
And brevinsfranks.com is the website where you can get all the information and the contact forms and so on.
Absolutely, yeah. Blevinsfranks.com is the website to visit, and you can contact any of our local advisors there and schedule an appointment or to have a chat or a Teams meeting. And of course, there's a lot of useful and valuable information there in terms of books, tax guides, podcasts, etc.
Well, Cathal joins me again next week to share advice for those who are relocating from Spain back to the UK. You think you may not, but unforeseen circumstances happen, don't they?
Absolutely, yeah. It's always better to plan ahead and avoid potential pitfalls in moving back to the UK if you do it in a kind of unplanned or too fast, too quick a manner.
I look forward to it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Howard. I appreciate it.